Welcome back, survivors. My name is Muffley if you're new to the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I built this modern style home. First thing I started off with was the foundation. I tried to get it as close to the edge as possible. That way it gives it like a hanging over the cliff type of house style. Once all the foundation was laid down in the length I want it to be, I then decided to start building the walls, of course. Certain sectional walls, I decided to use glass walling. In the modern building, it's actually very common practice. Once all walls were up, I then of course started to build the upper section of the first floor. Now I say the upper section of the first floor because you'll see in 1 minute. Around the back, I started to put in the main entrance of the house. Then came the modern style part. I started extending the ceilings, or the second floor of itself, so that way it gives it that modern look of hanging over. This section I left blank as a reminder as where I'm going to be putting the staircase. Then I decided to start building the pillar, so that way I can have the ceiling itself for the second floor extend all the way out. I then begin to build the base of the second floor using metal. Once entirely covered, of course I put the flooring itself for the second floor. Sticking to the modern theme, I then begin to build an abstract extension to the house. I then begin to add railings for aesthetics, as well as safety for not falling off. Next comes the process of building the second floor using mainly glass as a modernized theme. As for the abstract extension, I wanted to have hangover roofing, giving that modern style feel. Now to do the same to the second floor itself. Just as a second floor, I then begin to build the base of the third floor using metal walling. Of course then, because this is the base of the third floor, I begin to put down the flooring for the third floor. I then begin to insert glass walls so that way I can look out and see the nature, as well as stick into the modernized theme. Keeping to the same pattern, I now begin to build the third floor itself, using of course glass walls. Extending the roof over top, giving it the modern feel. Now to build the staircase that I left that one entryway, clearing out any ceilings that are in the way and any walls blocking its path. Enclosing the staircase so that way it's completely inside the house and not just sticking outside. To make the second floor more accessible, I add on a little bit of an extension and put railings where they're needed. Adding more glass frames to the house, again for aesthetic purposes and to be able to see outside. Coming to the closing, I now begin to start building doors and door frames. I decide to rebuild above this door frame, 1, to make it more accessible, and 2, to make it more modern style looking. Now putting the finishing touches, I start to put in doorways and ramps to make any floor accessible. Now to connect the third floor and the second floor together using a ramp. With a touch of personalization, I decided to make the railings a little bit of white to match the overall modern style look. Then the final touch of adding a pillar on the chimney to make it aesthetically appealing. Drop that like if you guys enjoyed the video and like this build, and please subscribe so that way you can stay tuned for all my latest builds. I'll see you survivors out in the arc.